Have you ever felt like you're just stuck in this constant battle with someone who seems to live for drama? It's absolutely draining, isn't it? Well, today we're going to talk about a really powerful technique, not just to survive those conversations, but to actually get your peace back. Yeah, I think we've all been there. You know that one person who just loves to poke the bear? They seem to get a kick out of the starting fights, they feed on that conflict, and they leave you feeling completely and totally exhausted after every single time you talk. It is just so draining. So, what if I told you that the solution is the exact opposite of what every instinct in your body is screaming at you to do? The secret is to stop fighting back. Instead, you're going to become a rock, a gray, boring, uninteresting rock. Now, to really get why this crazy idea works, first we have to understand the game that's being played. I like to call it the drama trap. And it's that cycle, that really exhausting loop that certain people, especially narcissists, love to pull you into. You know how it starts. It's always with a provocation. It could be a little dig, a loaded question, or even just a flat-out accusation. It's anything that's specifically designed to push your buttons and get a rise out of you. And of course, because you're a human being, you react. You defend yourself, you argue, you try to explain your side of things. But here's the secret. Your reaction? That's the prize. For them, it's like emotional fuel. It's what they need to feel important and, in control. This chart just lays it out perfectly. I mean, look at that energy exchange. The more you react and get upset, the more their energy bar shoots up. They feel powerful, they feel energized, and meanwhile, your energy just plummets. They are literally feeding on your emotional output, and it leaves you completely spent. So how do you break this cycle? Well, you have to make a big strategic shift. You stop being their power source. You just stop playing the game. You become the gray rock. So what is the gray rock method exactly? Well, it's a very conscious strategy where you make yourself as uninteresting and unreactive as you possibly can. The goal isn't to win the argument, forget that. The goal is to make the whole interaction so boring that they just give up and go look somewhere else for their drama fix. And this slide really nails the difference. The old way, fighting back, usually gets you caught in what's called jade. You justify what you did, you argue your point, you defend your position, and you explain yourself over and over. And all that does is feed the drama. But the gray rock method, it starves the drama with short, factual answers and absolutely zero emotional detail. Okay, so how do you actually do this in real life? It's pretty simple, really. 3 steps. First, keep your answers incredibly short. I'm talking one-word answers. Yes, no, I see. Second, you have to avoid emotion. Just communicate with dry facts, not your feelings. And third, if you absolutely have to talk more, be relentlessly boring. Talk about the weather, your grocery list. Seriously, anything that gives them nothing to grab onto. Now, you might be thinking, this just feels way too simple. Why does being boring actually work? Well, it works because you are cutting off their supply at the source. People who thrive on drama are kind of like emotional vampires. They need a reaction to feel alive. When you give them nothing, you starve them of the very thing they came for. So just imagine the scene. They come at you, they're ready for their usual fight. They poke, they prod, they try everything to get that emotional reaction out of you. But this time, you give them nothing. You're just a flat, gray, unmovable rock. And the result of that non-reaction is, for them, just pure boredom. There's no fight, there are no tears, there's no yelling, there is zero energy for them to soak up. The whole thing is just completely unsatisfying for them. And what happens next? Well, just like a little kid with a toy that won't light up or make any noise, they lose interest. They'll get frustrated, they'll get bored, and they'll wander off to find someone else, anyone else, who will give them the reaction they're so desperate for. And this is the ultimate outcome. This is the real win here. See, this strategy isn't about changing them. That's not going to happen. It's about empowering you. It's about taking back your peace, reclaiming all that energy, and grabbing control of your own emotional state. If you take away just one thing from all this, let it be this mantra. Seriously, say it to yourself whenever you feel that instinct to jump in, to defend yourself, to explain. Just tell yourself, don't feed the drama. By just refusing to play their game, you win the only prize that actually matters. You're not drained anymore. You're not even a player. You just step right out of that trap and you reclaim your peace. So I'll leave you with a final question to think about. Now that you have this incredibly powerful tool in your emotional toolkit, who in your life needs to meet your gray rock?